Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Wrexham Football Club, and today we have got some big transfer news, and we've also got some big controversial news on tickets regarding Wrexham this season. So it's going to be an interesting video. Before we get going into today's video, like I always say, make sure to click the red subscribe button. We're on the road to 29,000 subscribers now, and again, I say it every video, I cannot thank you enough for the support you've shown the channel over the month of July and the further support you've shown with the donations. I'm so fortunate to be in this position to cover the football club I love and to have people, thousands of you, enjoy the content with me. So again, I cannot thank you enough for that, and thank you will never do it justice. But we're going to start first on ticket and fixture news. Now, after weeks of waiting, the club have finally confirmed that we've been allocated over 3,000 tickets for our trip to Southampton on the opening day of the season. They've left it very late in terms of, releasing the tickets, saying how much they're going to be, the price and etc. because I think a lot of fans would have liked to have known weeks in advance regarding this fixture, because it's the other end of the country. And despite a lot of rumours going around on social media, a loyalty system or a ballot, it's not going to happen. The system remains the same this season, which again, I think really came to a surprise to me, because a lot of rumours, like I said, were going around saying a loyalty system or a ballot were going to be put in place, but the club have stuck to the 70% go on sale to season ticket holders and the 30% go on sale to members. So whether that's them not being able to collate all the information to obviously start a loyalty system, or whether that will come into place as the season goes on. But again, I think a loyalty system is bound to happen to Wrexham Football Club anytime soon, because obviously it's in place for a lot of different clubs, and I think it is fairer for obviously the fans that pay a lot more money to travel up and down the country following Wrexham. But again, they've also confirmed on home tickets they'll be used through a ballot this season. Of course, we've seen the temporary stand be stripped away for the new COP to be put in place, and I think work is already starting on the COP. It's obviously meant to be up by the end of the season, so that's a whole season Wrexham will go without having that temporary stand, and we'll have a 3-seater stadium, which again is not ideal. Obviously, being in the biggest stage we've been at in 40-50 years, it was obviously going to cause a bit of annoyance with how they were going to sell the tickets to the home fans. And to be honest, I can kind of agree on this one, because the members will be very disappointed with this, because I really don't understand advertising access to priority for all home tickets, only for there not to be any priority for the members that have spent that extra money to get the priority on the tickets. Yes, it implies that you get priority over general sale, but I would expect it to imply priority to buy tickets, not priority to enter a ballot and pray and hope that you're going to get selected. So I don't really know what the club have done on this front, whether it was a mistake or whether they have really just got mixed up and didn't think this through when wording out the advertising for the members scheme this season. Obviously there's 3 different tiers, you get a lot of different perks, but I think a lot of fans would have bought that membership just to get that priority for home tickets and away tickets this season for Wrexham. But yeah, again, it's not really that ideal. Again, the club can't really have done much more. There's going to be obviously a limited amount of tickets. I'd love to know obviously the ratio of season ticket holders to non-season ticket holders. I think there's probably going to be like 300 tickets each game for obviously the fans to enter the ballot and get those tickets. So there's going to be thousands and thousands, do I dare say tens and thousands of members looking to get tickets week in, week out. I think it's the only fair way you could do it. And all I will say is, if you are going to get selected for this ballot, count yourself very lucky, because it's going to be a very slim chance of you getting selected in that ballot, because like I said, there's going to be thousands of people enter it. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think it was the fairest way to do this? Do you think they could have gone around it a bit better? And personally for me, I'm so thankful that I did get the season ticket when I did. Now I've been a season ticket for years now, because I think I'd rip my hair out if I had to go through the process of entering the ballot week in, week out, going into your emails and seeing you're unsuccessful in getting a ticket. So I'll be forever grateful that I've got a season ticket. And also as well, the club have introduced a new dugout seat in the hospitality sector for this season, which again was in talks at the end of the season. There were a lot of rumours doing the rounds saying that this was going to be put in place. Of course, Wrexham have moved the dugouts from the Wrexham Lager stand over to the Mould Road stand for the upcoming 25-26 season. Those seats will still be in the dugout, and you can sit there on a match day at Wrexham Football Club priced at just £45, which I think is a really good bargain for obviously people wanting to come and get that premium experience, sat in where Phil Parkinson, the substitutes, used to sit last season, and see where they saw all the success happen on the pitch for Wrexham, dubbed as the best view in the house by Wrexham Football Club. So yeah, I think there's better views, but again, it's a really good experience, and I think you get a couple of different perks when you do buy that ticket. So again, that's a really interesting addition. And if we're looking now on fixture changes for the upcoming season, as expected, there's been a lot of new fixture changes due to TV coverage on Sky Sports this season. When the fixtures did first come out, I was looking at them thinking, there is too many Saturday games, it's too good to be true. But as we expect, every single season there's 3 or 4 different games selected for different dates as time goes on due to the coverage on Sky Sports. And those games recently have been Birmingham City at home has been moved to Friday, October 3rd. Coventry at home has been moved to Friday, October the 31st, and Swansea City away has been moved to Friday, the 19th of December. So they've all been moved from Saturdays to Fridays, which again isn't ideal. And I think, like I said, we all expected a lot of fixture change with the step up to the Championship. It was nailed on. It happens to every single team. But I do feel for all the fans, especially the season ticket holders at Wrexham, that really appreciate those Saturday 3 o'clock games because it's easy for them to travel, get the train. But those Friday night 8 o'clock games for them who live further away, it's just going to be a nightmare getting transport home, especially the train. So you've got to feel for them. But again, it's a money game now in football, it's a business. So I think we all expected to see this happen. And you're looking at games away at Portsmouth and Hull City, they'll both be shown on Sky Sports. And there's also been changes to the kick-off times for Sheffield United and Blackburn in the festive period. So a lot of changes have been happening over the past couple of days, of course, with the fixtures that we are to play this season. Like I said, we all expected it. It's just a shame that they have been moved to, the Friday games. I wouldn't have minded if it was maybe changed from a Saturday 3 o'clock to either a Saturday 12:30 or a Saturday 5:30, but moving them to a Friday night fixture, some fans will like that. Some fans like the games under the floodlights, but if you're looking at this from the fans that have to travel, yeah, it's not really too ideal for them. Talking now on some blockbuster news, emphasis needs to be put on blockbuster because yesterday we learned that Wrexham Football Club are preparing a £7 million bid for Ipswich Town attacker Nathan Broadhead, and I recorded this video yesterday, and today it seems like the deal has massively progressed. Broadhead was left out with their friendly yesterday playing against Charlton Athletic due to a deal being worked on behind the scenes with his move to Wrexham Football Club, a move that would completely smash our transfer record fee out of the window. Now, if we're looking a bit about Broadhead as a player, he's primarily a winger, but it seems as if he's made cameos in central attacker midfielder and on a few different occasions up front. So if you're looking at this from Phil Parkinson's point of view, and I think a lot of fans will be thinking, where does Nathan Broadhead fit into this Wrexham team? Because we don't play a system that operates wingers, which is his preferred position in the Ipswich Town team. And you're looking at players we've signed previously, Lewis O'Brien, Josh Windass, they're players that both play in central attacker midfield. So maybe Phil Parkinson is going to utilise Broadhead obviously as a striker. We need a striker through the door. It looks as if Broadhead and Kiefer Moore are going to be those two before obviously the first game of the season away at Southampton. So whether Broadhead will be able to adapt to that striker role, again, we really don't know. But like I said, him playing there previously, he's had a few cameos here and there up front for Ipswich and previous loan spells in his career. So I don't think he'll be totally unnatural playing up front. But I think if he plays in the right system at Wrexham, it won't really be too much of an issue for him. And as well, Broadhead is a local lad. He obviously was born in Bangor and spent time at Wrexham's academy at age 10 years old. He left the club in 2008, obviously to get a big move to Everton at the time, which really propelled his career and really made him a better player, and I think that was the best move for him. But it's a full circle moment, of course, coming back to Wrexham 18 years on from when he first left, and it's almost like a homecoming for Nathan Broadhead as well. You're looking at this, it's a Welsh international we're signing here. He's represented Wales 14 times on the international stage. He scored 2 goals, away to Croatia and at home to Gibraltar, which was played at the Racecourse Ground in a friendly in October 2023. And if you're looking at the spell he's had at Ipswich Town, really, really successful, back-to-back promotions, Premier League experience under his belt. Again, they don't want to see him go, but we'll have to wait and see, because this could be a big signing for Wrexham. Again, like I said, we are smashing our transfer record fee out the window for a player that, again, has that quality that we need going into this championship season. We need a player that has got that championship quality under his belt already, that scored goals, got assists. You know, he knows the championship inside out from this season that he did spend. He got promoted in an Ipswich Town that got 100 points, automatic promotion to the Premier League. He was a big player in that squad, 16 goal contributions just 2 seasons ago. So bringing a player of his calibre and quality into this team, yes, it's a big transfer fee, but we're at a stage now where if we want to be competitive and if we want the best squad possible, we're going to have to pay these big fees for these players. So it's a massive signing. Like I said, it's a big risk paying a lot of money for a player that on paper doesn't really suit our system, but again, we'll let Phil Parkinson work his magic on this one, and I'm sure he'll be a massive success in a Wrexham shirt. And some news that I thought I would put in onto the end of this video is Wrexham have submitted a request to the Wrexham Council to expand the size of the additional 5,500 seater Kop stand. They want to add 2,250 seats on, taking the capacity of the Kop to 7,750, which is absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, Michael Williamson spoke on the matter and he said that he thinks it's the reasonable thing to do in this situation with how the club is going and with the ticket situation. The demand just continues to go up and up and up for home tickets at Wrexham Football Club. So I think they're making the right decision on this front, just to go all out for it instead of building the 5,500 seater Kop stand and then having to expand on that possibly at the end of the season. So it's the right decision. It's an exciting time, and to have a 7,750 seater stand is just genuinely ridiculous, and to think that it probably will be filled as well, and it seems like it's the sensible solution to the ticket problems. And some transfer news that I thought I would add on to the end of this. Wrexham have shown interest in Leicester City defender Conor Cody. Of course, he's represented Wolves in the past, he's represented England at international level. Wrexham have shown interest alongside Glasgow Rangers, so it'll be interesting to see what happens on that front. Parky obviously wants that championship proven and championship quality defender. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would you take Cody at Wrexham? So that is it for today's video. A very short one today, but again, some news I feel like I had to bring you, like we have done all over the season. All the latest news, like I said, is coming to your screen. So if you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe, click the like button, and let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of the possible big money move for Nathan Broadhead? Like I said, I read all your comments and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this possible signing. So yeah, until then, take care guys, up the town.